our defense is not what it needs to be, but our offense really slipped. And that's usually the way it works when you got so many new guys, because you don't get the repetition you need for spacing and for reads and the cuts and the different things that require practice time. Because when you start playing games, everybody plays differently. Everyone has different ideas on how to defend. When you got a lot of new guys, they're not used to all the different things. So you can't, everyone, we all sit around and say, oh, what a great halftime adjustment. When you got old guys, you can make adjustments and timeouts in halftime. When you got young guys, it's deer in headlights in a lot of things. And all it takes is having quick turns and two different teams that defend the same action in a different way. And now you don't have the maturity from a knowledge, experience standpoint. So, but we've been doing a lot of offensive stuff. We went Tuesday, we went yesterday. We'll ratchet up today a little bit, and then tomorrow it's full go.
I have a general question. I think last year on the run there in the postseason, you talked about how the exposure that you wanted to bring not only to this university but this state as a whole, and how basketball is kind of needs to be a little bit more on the mark, under the spotlight in this state with high school coaches, AAU programs. With Clemson kind of leading into that that game, how do you evaluate kind of this state and the state and how it's gotten better since you've been here and you've arrived?
Yeah, it's like Brad and I speak about this. We laugh about this in private, like so-called basketball rivalry. Yet no one writes about it, no one talks about it until the day of the game. It's like, does anyone ever give Clemson credit because they play South Carolina? Does anyone ever give South Carolina credit because they play Clemson? Like, when people speak about our non-conference schedule, no one ever says they got to go to an ACC school. No, they don't even acknowledge the fact that we play at Clemson this year when talking about our non-conference schedule. And I know Brad feels the same way about, he never gets any credit because he plays South Carolina every single year. That's a shame, because he runs a real good basketball program. Brad is one heck of a basketball coach. They've been a good basketball team every single year that I've been in this league. And it's unfortunate. I don't have that answer for you, but it's not. I'm around here for Clemson, South Carolina football and baseball. I know the way that's reported. Our basketball games aren't reported that way. We don't get credit for playing Clemson in basketball the way our baseball team gets for playing Clemson in baseball, or our football team for playing Clemson in football, and vice versa. Brad and I are friends. We talk. We laugh because neither one of us get credit for playing that game. We do. He respects us. I respect him. But I don't know. I don't have that answer for you.
I guess more so on a high school level, like, how have you seen the riot? You talked about kind of the coaches in this state and stuff like that. What's been your evaluation, just the state as a whole?
Yeah, absolutely. Brad and I both have a responsibility to building our programs and trying to find success, because all that trickles down. It creates more interest in the eyes of the young kids. High school coaches never get especially in this state, don't get the credit they deserve for the brand of basketball they coach. And it's a big responsibility. The better Clemson does in basketball, the better we do in basketball. Not for 1 year, or not for an NCAA tournament run, but in the long run. The more we can help grow basketball at the grassroots level in our state, and that's. Anytime you grow basketball, you got more kids playing, you got more coaches coaching. It builds it. That's what you're looking to do.